So listen, you guys are not going to believe this. This is wild. I wake up this morning to come down, fix the breakfast, and I find this. Yep. Yep. So imagine my surprise when I open the refrigerator to get some chunks of watermelon, only to find that something or someone has burrowed through the watermelon. Okay? Mind you, this jar and that jar back there were filled with watermelon chunks. This just happened to be a very large watermelon that I purchased. I cut it up, put the chunks in the jars, and had watermelon left over. A whole watermelon, mind you. Set it in the refrigerator until it was time to refill these. Come down this morning and I find this. Yeah, I have absolutely no words, okay? When my first reaction was, what the heck got into the refrigerator, right? But I know good and well, an animal did not come into my house like a thief in the night, open up my refrigerator, climb past all of the food at the bottom shelves to come up and burrow through a watermelon on the top shelf of the refrigerator. No, you will not believe the ages of the suspects because they're human. A human did this. A human, okay? My children, mind you, are 23, 20, and 16. So one of them did this to the watermelon. And of course, I don't know about anyone else's household, but when you have multiple children, sometimes you go to each one of those children and they all deny that they are the culprit, right? So then you have to open up a session of what we call court in our household, okay? Because our children like to come down in the middle of the night and open up what we call Club Harper. I mean, they turn up, they eat snacks, they cook and leave a mess and just leave, right? So recently I installed a spy buddy camera. That's what I call him because he spies for me to find out who makes what particular mess so each person can be held accountable for their mess. Now I find out that I have to get another camera facing the refrigerator, okay? Because the camera that's in the refrigerator does not record what goes on in the refrigerator. It just lets you look and see what's in the refrigerator without holding it open. But anyway, back to this hole in my watermelon. This is wild. Who does this? Who eats watermelon like this? Only animals. This watermelon looks like it was outside in my garden, right? And I went outside to my garden to get my watermelon, and this is what I found. No, this is what I found when I came down in the morning to get breakfast. Watermelon chunks for breakfast. And I find this. And I find this. Why did they do this to my watermelon? Like, what in the world? Who does this? Who does this? So not only did you sit down here and burrow through the watermelon, you sat down here with my refrigerator open and burrowed through the watermelon. And that music you hear is the refrigerator telling me to close the door. But I am so upset right now. One, because I have to figure out how to salvage anything that's left in there. Two, because I have to go upstairs and figure out which one of my children, adult or teenager, did this. Yeah. On this episode of the Harpers, kitchen adventures. Yeah, we have a lot of those around here. Look at this. Look at this. What in the... What? Why? Why didn't you just say, Mom, the watermelon jars are low. Can you come down and cut up some more watermelon? Or ask Dad, hey, Dad, can you cut up some more watermelon chunks for the jars? No, forget about asking. I'm just going to burrow through this thing. Just get in there. I'm just going to get down in there. Yeah. Why? This is wild that a human did this. What is this generation doing to me? Stop. Stay tuned so we can find out who the culprit is and what their reasoning is behind why did they massacre this poor watermelon that did nothing but provide nutrients to their body. Why? Stay tuned. Ugh.